Right, I'm actually out on a test ride, so I just popped home to have a good look at the bike. I'm looking for a replacement for the Voge. If you're on, you'll know about the Voge, but this is the XSR700 Yamaha. It's kind of like an MT-07 in a frock, basically, but I do kind of like the scrambler and the retro looking bikes. So I thought I'd give it a test ride. This one's a little bit interesting. It's a 2016, 2017, so quite early, but it does have a lot of little trick bits on it. I'll just quickly show you those on the bike. So, oh, you can't see me. Turn around. So first things first, it's got Continental TKC 80 tyres, which are knobblies, so quite good off-road. They complete the scrambler look, and it's got a paddock stand bobbins on the rear, so you can put it up on a paddock stand. Also got this nice Remtech handrail at the back there, which isn't too intrusive but looks quite nice. Coming down, I think they're standard. You've got more crash protection here on the frame, that's quite a nice addition, and crash sliders on the forks there, so it's almost like they bought the whole Evotech catalogue. And up here on the handlebars, Evotech levers which fold up, which helps if you drop it, and an Evotech headlight guard and a little fly screen there on the front. The other thing which is quite obvious is it's got a full stainless steel system from MIV, and that is actually quite loud, but it runs right from the headers all the way through. I actually quite like the colour, so it's this green colour, which is quite a nice, if I was going to have an XSR700 I'd probably have it in this green. The only problem I've discovered with the bike is that the odometer is missing a 0 from it. So the bike's meant to have 15,000 miles, but it only says it's got 1,500 actually on the clock. So I guess that means that the bike's had the instrument cluster change at some point. Probably not really something I'd want to get involved with, getting that corrected and getting a new cluster or anything. I know they're quite expensive. So yeah, despite it looking really nice, I'm not sure that's something I want to get involved with, having a bike that's more difficult to sell. But let me know what you think. I'd be interested to know if you think that having incorrect mileage on a bike is kind of a deal breaker or what have you. I'll be interested to know. Well, I've just come back from the test ride and it's pretty disappointing, to be honest. I had a look under the bike and it was just looked like it just came up from the Titanic. You know, there's rust on the oil filter, which I've never seen before. You know, imagine a rusty oil filter. Like, when was the oil filter changed? The exhaust studs were kind of degraded into nothing with the nut. You know, it just looked like you couldn't recognize it as a nut. So if you ever need to take the exhaust off, they're just going to shear, the stud's going to shear off in the hole, isn't it? And then you're going to have to drill it out and all that hard work. Every fastener on there was pretty rusty. The swinging arm actually had stuff that looked more than surface rust on it. So, yeah, chain was rusty. Various fasteners, brake discs were rusty. So although I was told it was a really nice bike and all the rest of it, when you actually get down and look underneath, it just was not in great shape. It looked like it was higher mileage than perhaps the MOTs would lead to believe. Obviously we don't know what the actual mileage is because the instrument cluster had been changed, clock change. But it had nice parts on it and it was a nice colour, and I thought it'd be a trade-in. But basically all that's happened is I've been out for a ride in the rain, so I'm not doing this for fun. You know, I actually wanted to find a replacement for the Voge. I rode there, so the Voge is soaked because Susie's borrowing the car. So that now needs to wash. All my gear's soaked. Just got to hang it up and dry it, and I've come no closer to having a bike that is going to be, you know, a replacement. I kind of got really annoyed in the showroom, really. I just went into the sales office and just explained matter of factly that this is just crap, really. So yeah, the hunt goes on. Maybe I just need to reset my expectations. If I want a bike that is pretty mint underneath, then it needs to be a newer bike, not a 16, 17 2017 year bike. Maybe I've got to go for nearly new, you know, sort of 21, 22 plate bikes. Yeah, that's it really. So the hunt goes on. We'll try and, I have to wash the bike now, but we'll try and keep an eye out for some other bikes that are in that kind of price bracket, scrambler, a bit more powerful, that can replace the Voge really, and hopefully before we go away this winter. So I'll keep you updated. Alright guys, well thanks for listening, and I'll catch you in the next video.